The wind howled across the frozen peaks, carrying the echo of hammer strikes over the land. Thor, son of Odin and bearer of the mighty Mjolnir, was a living legend. His name reverberated in the hearts of Frostheim long before Asgard hid behind its veiled splendor. They revered him, not merely as a god, but as the embodiment of strength, loyalty, and unyielding duty. The royal guards saw in him their highest ideal. Warriors forged their bodies in hopes of someday matching his immense power. Storm mages invoked his name when summoning lightning. Thor and Mjolnir were woven deep into the culture of Frostheim. Its people tattooed the hammer symbol on their flesh or wore it as an amulet, even when Thor's name had faded into myth. Yet in their stories, he lived on. One favorite tale told of Thor's battle against Jormungandr, the fearsome demon serpent. According to legend, he bound it in an unbreakable knot and cast it into the icy sea, where it drowned. Another recounted how he massacred a dozen lizard-men beasts who had sneaked into Odin's throne room disguised as allies. Those Mjolnir didn't crush. He strangled with his bare hands. But nothing was more glorious than his campaign against the Rime Titans, a powerful Jotun clan that had spread across the Razor Fjords in the northeast of the Red Spike Mountains. The Rime Titans were colossal beings, their skin as hard and cold as frozen rock, hair made of icicles. They forged jagged shields and stone weapons with their teeth, leaving nothing but ruin in their wake. One evening, Thor faced that army of hundreds atop the Storokk Glacier. War cries, the thunder of Mjolnir against stone, and agonized roars filled the night. Lightning split the sky, bathing the darkness in blinding light, visible even to distant villages. When the first rays of dawn crept over the horizon, shield guards and berserkers climbed the glacier and beheld the battlefield. Rime Titan corpses lay strewn. Ice soaked in blood, and charred remains testified to Thor's unbridled might. At long last, he returned to Asgard, bearing the head of the Rime Titan chieftain on his back, its skull cleaved in two by Mjolnir. That day, the Rime Titans vanished from history forever. After that monumental clash, a new chapter began when he met Loki, a cunning fae who had come to Asgard. The two could not have been more different. Thor was steadfast and dutiful, Loki mischievous and clever, yet they shared a passion: adventures. Loki, who delighted in playing with words, peppered Thor with curious questions about the red spikes, and Thor listened, enraptured by Loki's tales of hidden realms, the impenetrable jungles of Torchilin Istriv, and the shifting dunes of the Krokun Desert. Together they roamed the wildest reaches of Anhelt and the Mountains of Despair. Thor showed Loki every summit, stream, and secret pass. They fought monsters side by side, scaled sheer cliffs, and forded roaring rivers. Yet one thing troubled Thor deeply. Despite all their ventures, Loki never led him to the places he spoke of so vividly. Thor yearned to see the arenas of Valizar or the vast swamps of the Sorrow Lakes, but those wonders remained trapped in Loki's stories. Then one day Loki vanished without a trace. Weeks passed, and Thor mourned his friend when suddenly Freya, Asgard's patroness, rushed to him and Odin, her face alight with dread, speaking of ominous visions. "Thor," she said gravely, "Loki is plotting. He seeks to free the Fire Knight Fyro and melt the waters of life with his flames. We must stop him." Thor felt his friendship shaken to its core. Confusion and betrayal surged within him. Had Loki used their bond? Was it always his plan to extract knowledge of mountains, ice, and snow? Odin, Lord of all Asgard, decreed that Thor must find Loki and bring him back. Thor knew this quest might lead to battle, yet he hoped for another path. As he set forth, he wondered whether Loki truly meant harm, or if he had overlooked something greater. What had Loki whispered about the gods on one of those countless nights of mead and laughter? faded words he could no longer recall. The thought of possibly fighting his old friend weighed heavily on him. Dark as the gathering clouds over Asgard, Thor embarked into the unknown in search of Loki. Which tales from Teleria do you want to hear next? Just let me know in the comments. And if you like the stories, I would be very happy about a like or a subscription. That way you support me and this channel.